We're about to drop into King Island, a little bit of an unexpected stopover on the journey. The weather conditions have been absolutely beautiful, but just not enough wind to be sailing alone, so we've used a fair bit of diesel. It's always good to have 1/3 of your diesel capacity left over for emergency. So we're going to drop into King Island here, diesel up, and it's time to meet the locals. Right, and Alan's going to tell you a bit of story about how the beef is so good down here.
The story goes that there were a lot of shipwrecks along this coast, and the bedding was separated, and a lot of the internals from the bedding had husks, and it was blown onto the mainland of the island and created a different sort of grass that the cows ate. And consequently produce a quite unique milk. Hence their cheese tastes different to anywhere else.
Well, there you go.
I think it's a good story.
That's an absolutely brilliant story, and we'll actually check it out from one or two locals.
Yeah.
Dropping sail, heading into Grassy. Here's Will trying to organise dinner for us at the pub. We're just waiting for the taxi. The boys feasting on a hearty meal of King Island steak. Nothing like a great piece of King Island steak. Righto, we cruised down to Grassy Harbour, and John and Geraldine were kind enough to pick us up and take us to the pub for a great feed. And how long have the pair of you lived here?
We've been here 17 years.
And what is appealing about King Island?
Just about everything.
Well, there you have it. Thanks very much, guys, for sorting us out with diesel in the middle of the night. It's very much appreciated, and we'll be back down here in March to say good day and have a couple of cold ones.
Very good.
So, Hogs, you're ducking up for the dreaded graveyard shift, the midnight to 3. Tell us what sort of safety gear you're wearing on deck at night, mate.
Well, mate, we take off with the standard thermals, wet weather gear and sea boots. Then we attach a personal flotation device, inflatable of course, with an inbuilt harness and a personal tether attached. We then hook up with a personal EPIRB. 406 is the preferred model, and also a strobe which we turn on like thus. Of course, just to finish that off, we go with the good old favourite beanie. What could possibly go wrong?
Sounds bloody good, mate. Guide our ship well tonight.
Cheers, mate.
Ellen, tell us how you optimise the boat.
Gee, I don't know where to start. When you buy one of these boats, it's set up really primarily as a cruiser with the option of racing, and what it means is to race it competitively you really have to do a lot of sometimes very subtle things, but certainly a lot of changes have to be made, and we've got a sail wardrobe of 18 sails now. We have to change things like the winches are much larger, gives us better control. We've got even different lifelines, extended spinnaker pole, all the fittings, cleats have to be changed for, again, better control. We've added weight to the keel. I can go on and on. I think one of the most significant things we've done, of course, is change our navigation gear and instruments, so we've got far better feedback on what's happening with the wind, tide, current, and how we can choose the best course. So, you know, you do have to spend quite a bit of money on the basic boat to make it into a competitive racer.
And competitive it obviously is, because second in division for the Hobart is a fantastic result. What type of boat is it, in fact? That's probably one of the more important things we need to ask.
It's a Beneteau, a French-built Beneteau. It's designed by a New Zealand gentleman named Bruce Farr. A lot of people know that name. And it's been quite a well-proven boat across the world. And I think there's nearly 17 of them now in Australia, and they're a very enjoyable boat all round to sail.
I've noticed you've got a boat EPIRB within the cabin. Tell us how that works.
An EPIRB is, yes, a device that there's a new version of it now. It's a 406. If in an emergency, it will locate us quite accurately. We have them in each of the life rafts, and of course all the crew have to carry them personal EPIRBs. If we are needing to abandon the boat or we're stranded, we can set that off, and we can be found very quickly and pinpointed. It identifies exactly who we are, and rescue craft can be dispatched immediately to pick us up.
Alan, thanks very much, mate, for having us on the boat, and I really appreciate it.
You're most welcome. It's been fun having you aboard.
We've had a very smooth Bass Strait crossing. It hasn't lived up to its reputation, and that's good for us. We're about to go through Port Phillip Heads, and as of the 1st of the 1st of 2006, it is mandatory to wear a life jacket going through the heads or any other bar crossing. And when you get an ebb tide, that's where the water's flowing out of the bay against a strong southerly wind. These waters in here kick up very dangerously, hence the reason to be wearing a life jacket or a PFD. I'd like to thank the crew of the good ship Cougar for a fantastic sail and the opportunity to come around the southwest Cape of Tasmania, sailing from the Southern Ocean up the west coast and into Port Phillip Heads. I'd like to say thank you to Alan, Pete, Hogs, and of course Will.